Welcome to the ASL Bacon Weekly number 6, as we have the first game of the day in the bottom left corner, or just slightly to the left. He is the blue, I believe, French Zerg. It is Yogo.
And his opponent, in the top right-hand corner of Orbital Shipyard, it is the Red Terran from Team Extreme Supremacy. It is Top. I love that name. I don't know what it is. It's the one syllable. It doesn't even need to be an actual word. It can be like YLG, Yog. I feel like I'm Cthulhu then. Yog.
Yog.
And
If it was Yog instead of Yogo. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Yogo is on Team Millennium. He's the caster for Team Millennium. So I just said France. But, you know, Millennium is a French team. So I know everybody in France is actually on Team Millennium.
I feel like it is. That's how it goes down. Everyone is.
No, like every resident, you know. If you have a French citizenship.
If you have yeah, that's what I was saying. That's pretty good.
But here we do, yeah, I do like Top. I mean, not only as the name, you know, he spells it out in all caps, but as the player too. Really, really strong player, has been playing a lot of Legacy of the Void, and he's been doing incredibly well at the same time. So, I mean, I can see why a team like Team Extreme Supremacy would pick him up going in with the game literally releasing in, what is it, like a week?
Like
week and a half,
days,
maybe?
Yeah. About a week. We do have about a week until it is released, but just noting on what we're seeing from Top, I love this move. In Heart of the Swarm, you would see that Reaper fast expand, but right here we're actually seeing that gas. You know what? We're going to throw it into a reactor. With this early income boost, we can take a quicker natural and just get up a nice marine count. Not only that, but you can squeeze out a slightly quicker factory. So I'm really loving this little build right here from all Terrans. It's a nice little deviation, kind of understanding the game a little more and saying, you know what? We can actually make this work, and, you know, yeah, Reapers are good, but we'd rather go for this little more economic. Reapers, actually, I have seen also really funny Reaper plays, and they're like, yeah, 6 Reapers, grenades.
Reapers can get pretty insane. Like, they just throw grenades all over the place and blow themselves over rocks and, like, over, like, up little places where you wouldn't expect them to. But the thing that it does sacrifice, of course, is going to be that scouting info, right? So he feels like he can deal with pretty much anything that the Zerg will throw at him. Or he feels like maybe Yogo's just going to be playing it greedy, you know? A lot of Zerg players have been doing that lately. Just super, super greedy. 3 hatcheries really quickly.
And this is a prime opportunity map, Orbital Shipyard, to do that greedy for Yogoro, or Yogo, I guess we'll call him, since that's what you were going with. But as you mentioned, Top, he's not going to have the greatest scouting pattern. He has added on a quicker second gas, though. Starport's on the way. I assume we're going to see some sort of either, whether, normally I'd say Liberator, but Banshee, whatever, something play coming out of here. But the man who's going to have a lot of scouting knowledge will be Yogoro. He's going to get right into that main base, and he will see the reactor on the factory. It's actually just going to be a Hellion drop from Top.
Wow. Right, yeah, Top is also going to be getting that armory right behind it, so it makes me wonder if he is going to just drop them in, do some harassment, get them out, and then even come back in with the Marines for a follow-up push where you you know, you go into the back, do some damage, force all the queens, and then go to the front with the Marines with the the medevacs, and just do as much damage as possible, right? I don't know if it's fully all in Legacy of the Void. Sometimes you will see an expansion off of it, but oh boy, this unit actually adds a lot of scariness to the push as the Liberator does come out. I don't see the upgrade for it yet, though.
Technically, I believe the upgrade's off the armory, right? Or I'm always forgetting.
You need it off of a tech lab, so it's gonna be like a strong attack, perhaps.
What was really funny is I swear I had a dream about it being changed. Oh, actually, the Lings are going to get a nice run, but they're not going to do anything. Just going to get annihilated. The Banelings are here for Yogo, and he's got 2 queens, but there's nothing off the back of this. Yes, 18 Lings are coming out, but the Hellbats actually tank the damage so well. But now that the Hellbats are split up and the Marines are split up, the Lings may be able to surround them and get some decent damage done, especially with these spines. But for now, all the Banelings are being canceled, and Top is just pushing through all the defense at this third.
And this third does not have
drones and nothing working at it.
Oh my god, looking like Top is just going to push on in here. He only has queens and a few Banelings, and yeah, things haven't changed. Hellbats and medevacs are still pretty good. And you get that split as well as the Marines here to support. Lings are pretty much useless right now. I mean, look at how fast they die. Good connections on the Banelings, and it will not get cleaned up. It's just only the beginning here. Oh, goodness.
Right off the bat of this, we even see the Liberator moving into the main base and completely defender moding it up in the main of Yogo, and it's going to just annihilate as much as it can, and that's already 4 drones going down, and that's pretty much half of all the mining of Yogo. And even though he is getting a Spore Crawler up, he's now down Queens, and he has nothing to attest this Liberator, and I feel like Top's going to take it.
Yeah, man. I mean, even if he doesn't kill him right here, so much damage is being done right now, and the drones going to a place where they shouldn't be going.
GG!
Yeah, it's only because he's given up. GG will be called.
Sarah's. Let's see if I can cough for a second. All right, there we go.
I cough for you.
Here in the top left-hand corner from Team Millennium is the Teal Zerg player, Yogomori.
Love that name. And I even put the accents on it too. That's really cool. His opponent, though, spawning on the other side, the east side, it is the Red Korean Terran, representing Team Extreme Supremacy. It is Top.
Oh, yeah, and as we saw from Game 1, Terran's really favoring that reactor opener, but every once in a while on this map, I do like seeing some Reapers. You can go up to 2 to 3 Reapers, and maybe even throw a bunker in your opponent's face, depending on how greedy Yogomori, or just Yogo, is here, but like Game 1, Top so far not really look like he's going to scout in. As Terran, yes, you can scout a little later on with units, but if you do want to do that SCV scout, I highly advise to do it around the 1 minute to 1 minute 20 mark, and that's where you're going to get your information about your opponent, but that is with an SCV, and looks like Top's not going to sacrifice that one homie right there. He's going to stay home.
Nah. I think he's just, excuse me, he might just switch it up here, but no. He is making that Marine, doesn't care, and yeah, he just doesn't really mind, right? Like, whatever build it is that he's doing, he just wants to deal with whatever it is that Yogo's gonna throw at him, or maybe Yogo might not even throw anything at him, right? I wonder if he's actually gonna send anything out, just to find out at least where he is, right?
That's what I'm wondering in my head, how much Top has actually played Yogo, and with Yogo, especially on a 4-player map, I don't know if it's even worth it to do the earlier pool. Maybe on Orbital Shipyard, but even with that on Orbital Shipyard, it's still pretty dicey going for that earlier pool because Terrans can defend with the supply depot walls and everything. But and especially with Reaper grenades. But now Reaper grenades are like, do I want to blow the Lings into my base? Do I?
Exactly.
It's so awkward.
Not want to do that. That is like one of the most embarrassing things ever to do, and I'm sure every Terran has done it at least once in their life. And it's like, okay, I'll never do that again. But I've seen it happen, actually. My friend in Archon mode did it himself. And we lost. It was great.
That sucks.
We'll do it again.
That sucks.
It's like, damn.
I feel like, I know, yeah, it has never actually happened to me. But every once in a while I'm about to do it. I'm like, whoa, wait, Drenok, wait. Whoa, calm down. Okay, let's think about this. Where does this grenade go? So I don't blow like 30 Lings into my main after this like 14-13 pool.
It's really funny, though. I mean, I think it was one of the most funny moments ever, and I'm sure that every Terran that's done it... Oh, not gonna have that mineral walk.
Won't even get that third base either, so that is one of the situations where, yeah, Top, maybe you shouldn't have SCV scouted. Thankfully, he does see this forward queen here, which... Even though this is kind of what you normally see, it still means, okay, he's not putting a ton into Ling. This is not some kind of awkward two-base Ling rush. For now, though, Yogo, he does see that second queen. Yogo's just going to go to his third, but... I feel like the much more important thing is to spot that third, and that's exactly what Top is maybe looking to do. Nah, just taking the Zelnaga is going to pull back.
Oh, I guess so. He's just looking to do another timing again, doesn't want to show anything, it seems like. Because he's going to move out. He's dropping down another armory. Looking like a very similar build out of Top, as if we see that Liberator coming out after the medevac, then indeed it will be. But is Yogo going to be ready for it is the question. He doesn't have the Spine Crawler along this time, and the Baneling Nest is only near completion, but the push is about to be knocking on his door.
Biggest thing with this push for Top is it's going to have more Hellions than last game. Last game we did see a little bit more emphasis on Marines earlier on for Top, but now he's feeling really confident with this push. He's going to throw everything into the Hellion. Doesn't have any Marines off the back of this, and it's still going to be really deadly, especially when he's going to go for the Hellbat drops. Thankfully, there is 2 queens for Yogo, and maybe they'll focus them down, but no! All the Banelings go off for 1 Hellbat! And then the Lings will get a beautiful surround out of these Hellbats, but now the Hellbats are just grinding, smashing through them. The Queens, I think, will be able to clean this up, but that's a lot of Lings wasted right there, and a lot of Banelings this early on. There is no lair in the main, and that was all the tech of Yogo.
Indeed, but he does hold on. He survives another day, and the big thing there was really cool by Top when he moved in with those Hellbats and dropped them on top of the Banelings. That was a really smart move, but Yogo luckily was able to defend there with a lot of Queens. Didn't even have to invest in the Spine Crawler here, so he's going to be alright, at least for now, because you mentioned it. There's no tech here for Yogo. He's only on Ling Bane, and is only in now just putting down some Evo Chambers, but he's going to need to get into that Lair tech soon, or at least a Roach Warren if he's going to be able to deal with the Liberator.
He does need something
too. Wow.
He does have a decent amount of queens, though, but nothing actually in the main. Oh, no, there's the queen in the main, desperately trying to run back and defend. He's getting in his cardio, but will he be fast enough? Will she be fast enough? Drones are being pulled into Banelings, but drones actually going to be just enough to clean all that up, and I love that move right there from Yogo. He knew exactly, okay, pull a couple extra queen, get nice pickup right there, but knew exactly what he needed to do, cleans it up, and this game is going much better for Yogo, but now he's got a Liberator on his side of the map, and even though it's doesn't okay, it has killed 6 actually, but even the I was gonna say it's just really annoying because you got to keep pulling and not working for a while.
It is such an annoyance here, you know? Economy is what you're going for here in the lead-in. You sacrifice the tech in order to get this economy lead, but if you can't mine off of a natural expansion, that's going to kind of negate everything here. So Top is going to be able to get some good damage done here, and he's very careful with his Liberator. You know, he does not want to stand it right in range of that Spore Crawler. Top.
A lot of the Lings in the middle of the map actually are kind of caught, I don't want to say off guard, but the Hellions were able to shred through them. Hellions looking for the rest of the Lings, won't quite find it, but now we see +1 Carapace, +1 melee, and Yogo's just saying, you know what, no lair yet. I need to have gotten it a little bit earlier if I really want to utilize it. I'm just going to go mass Ling, I think, here, and that may work out, but he's got to be able to deal with these Hellion harassments that are coming. At the same time, he's got to be able to micro out of the Liberators of the zones.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried here for Yogo as he is going here into this kind of mid-game. Excuse me, he does have the Roach Warren, but Top is going to be going for mech at this moment. He dropped down a few more factories, it looks like. At least 1. 2, yes, in addition to that. So he is going to be going into full-on mech style, and I don't know if Yogo knows about it yet. He sees the second factory, so he should know to some extent.
I feel like right here, as long as Yogo can deny the third base of Top, and maybe he can't. Oh, the Baneling a little too late. But with the Roaches, even though as you were saying, it will be versus Mech, and this Liberator's got 7 kills. He's very happy. But actually, the Hellions get into the third base too. So far, there has been 17 workers down with the extra Queens. We do see Yogo defend, but still it's getting a little dicey for him. He's losing a lot. But what I was going to say is Ravager's not only good for Liberators, a little bit awkward, but not only good for that, but honestly, positionally, they do phenomenally versus the Medevac siege tank style we often see out of Terrans now. But that does make Top
nowhere to run. Nowhere to run.
Oh,
These drones, I mean, gonna raining it up. Here come the Ravagers, killing at least one of the Liberators, but those drones, you know, they were going back and forth, and finally they are able to finally mine and do their life's duty.
But after 23 workers being killed and even more Hellions moving into the third base, the Lings are here with +1, but I don't know if that'll be enough. Maybe it will. No, it's not quite going to be enough. We do see a lot more Queens pushed out by Yogo, and I mean, even though, yes, we're seeing Yogo defend, yes, he's got a lair, but it's the 8-minute mark, and he's lost 25 workers. 25. That is a lot of minerals.
That is insane.
Scary, and he doesn't even have an offensive force. It's not like he's been pulled back each time, like he's trying to move out and, oh crap, he dropped me again. He's just desperately, he's pulling out 10, 15 Lings, and then they die, and 10, 15 Lings, so just wasting so many minerals lost, and it's looking quite grim for him.
Yeah, this aggression out of Top is just insane, you know. I mean, what do you even do against it? Gonna lose so many more drones here at the third base, and you know, the thing here is that Top is amassing an army behind all of this, right? So these are all throwaway units. Maybe the Liberators, you want to keep them alive, and he's done a pretty good job so far, but oh, this is just not looking good for Yogo. Yeah, honestly, I almost said top notch, and I was like, I don't want to make the
a very top-notch Liberator right here. And honestly, guys, if you want to defend Liberators easy, you have to have 2 spores. You just have to have 2 spores at each base. Otherwise, you're just gonna lose 1 here or there, and it's really, you always say, okay, well, they have to do good micro. The Terran has to. It's like, well, at a certain level, all the Terrans do. All of them can micro 1, 2 Liberators, and it's just so much damage. And now Top is moving out into a position where I don't think Yogo can do anything about. May I remind you, Top is up 1-0, and he's looking to finish the game. There's a lot of Queens here, though, and they do have some transfuses, but not that many Ravagers to really bank off of.
Not at all, and it is only going to be up to these Ravagers to try to get the shots on the siege tanks. I don't think it's going to happen, though. The Queens are backed into a corner, and that's kind of where they want to be to an extent. As long as they can maneuver behind the mineral lines, they should be able to buy some time for the Mutas to come out. And if they can catch those Liberators, he will be able to clean it up. But he's going to lose so much at home. I mean, look at this. The third base is under fire. So many drones have already gone down. 59 is the total count for now. The Mutas, can they salvage this situation? I don't think they can salvage the game, but I mean, it's not even gonna matter as the eggs do get taken out. This is not looking good for Yogo.
Only 6 meters out. There are 2 Liberators if they want to unsiege and do some damage, but I'd just like to point out, it was just a couple seconds earlier, but the spread of the siege tanks was exactly what we want to see out of top against Ravagers, yet each one spread out so there'd be no extra kind of DPS against the Ravager shots, and there's the JJ, 2-0. Top moves on.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.